Gentlemen, welcome back. Today we are at our last stages of finishing up the Remington Model 11. And real quick, I just want to keep saying this, but remember, this whole series is brought to us by Old Arms of Idaho. If you are looking for parts for old guns, they have this really cool thing called a 24-hour gun show. So you can go on there and see what they're posting up 24/7. They do have old guns on there from like estate sales. They got plenty of old parts, and if you're looking for something specific, give them a call, see if they have it. But yeah, this whole thing's brought to us by them, so thank you to Old Arms of Idaho. Today, though, we're going to be Nitre Blueing. I'm going to show you guys how to Nitre Blue using our setup right here. So, at-home Nitre Blueing. Here's a quick rundown. Nitre Blueing is basically more controlled heat bluing. That's all it is. We're not doing a hot salt bath like hot bluing. Nitre Blueing gives you that super, super vibrant electric blue that you get on you see on some really nice old guns. It's not a very good long wearing, like hard wearing blue, but it gives that really, really cool pop that you would expect in a really fine firearm from 100 years ago. So to do this at home, it's really, really simple. Home Depot doesn't have it, Lowe's does. Stump remover. It's potassium chloride. If I remember correctly, it's either nitrogen salt or potassium salt. I'll run a little thing down below saying what it is, but it's a type of salt, is basically what stump remover, the Spectracide stump remover is. We're going to dump it in something, heat it up until it's cookable. I believe it needs to be about 650 degrees. Be really careful when you're doing this because it is very hot. We're then going to take our parts, dip them into it, let them blue till we get the color that we want. So it can go through the spectrum of purple all the way to straw. We're going to go for that nice electric blue. Then we will quench them in water to stop the bluing process, the heating, and oil them up. They're ready to go. Remember, this is not a very hard use bluing. This is just to make the pins and screws pop. Before we do that, though, we need to do a little bit of work on some of these screws to bring the heads back in so they don't look so bad. Polish them with, I think I got some 400 grit sandpaper so they have a nice polish on them. And then we'll get started. So let me get moving to over here on the side. All right, so what we're gonna do over here, we're gonna dump these out. I'm gonna go through them one at a time. I'll do a lot of it off camera, but I'll show you guys one of them. Let's pick one that looks pretty bad. This one's pretty beat up. So I'm gonna gently put this screw in the vise. Remember, I don't want to bugger the threads up at all. So I'm just gonna put it in there so it holds. We're gonna take a ball-peened hammer, and we're going to, it's going to be really loud and annoying. I'm going to mute this because it's going to be really annoying. We're just going to tap this meat back in. Okay. So I can run my finger across it and I feel that there is no more burr sticking up. So from here, I'm gonna take, let me see if this is big enough for a file. See if we can get in here with a safety edge file. Just clean up the edges. Just straighten it up just a little. You don't want to go too far. You just want to make them nice and straight. So this file I have here is a like a dovetail file. It's got two safe edges. I'm just going to come in here. The Popo are after me. I'm going to come in here. I don't know if you guys can hear that with the microphone that I have. I'm going to come in here just gently. Straighten up the lines, make it look okay. Just like that. And again, you don't want to go too far, just enough to where it looks nice. And you can, yeah, make sure there's nothing in the bottom so the bottom's nice and clean. And that is pretty much it. So from there, let me grab some sandpaper. Is this the 400? Yeah. From there, we're going to take a piece of 400 grit paper, fold it over so you have some good control. And let me see if I can do this without getting in the way here. I'm just going to take the bluing right off the top. We're not trying to take too much meat off, and we're not trying to fix. A lot of times if you're working on a flat surface, you would want to use a file or a flat edge to get it so it's flat. Remember, these are curved. A lot of these are curved screws. So I'm just going to go over them by finger because I don't want to have a flat spot on it. I personally like to go with the slot in the screw, just habit. I don't know if it does make any difference, but that's just personal opinion. Somebody's here. And that's pretty much that. I'm going to do all the screws like this, tap them in, straighten the edges, clean them up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the hot bluing process, the Nitre Blueing process. So let's move on. Yeah, so there you go. Let me see if I can, how close can I get, y'all? Here we go. You can see how nice and clean. Here we go. See how nice and clean that looks now. So let me do all the screws, and we'll move over, and I'll show you how to hot blue these things. It's pretty simple, so I'll be right back. All right, so slight change of plans. The aluminum foil, don't try to cook salt in aluminum foil. It basically doesn't work very well. So we have stainless steel pot. I think it was like $9 at Walmart. I'm gonna grab the salt from the aluminum foil, throw it in here and get it cooking. I'll be right back. All right, so we have here our boiling hot salts. Remember, don't get water anywhere near this. This salt is 600, 700 degrees. If you get water anywhere near this, it will immediately evaporate and blow super hot salt all over you. So be really careful with this stuff. Here's one of the screws. This is one of the side screws that holds the lifter in, and you can see nicely polished. Remember, this is a very, very thin layer. You're just changing the surface color, so it's all about that surface polish. We're gonna dip it in. Yeah, dip it in. Swirl it about. Bring it up to temp slowly. It's burning my fingers. And we're at straw. And we're at blue. Quench it. And just like that, let me dry this off so I don't get any salt, any water in that salt. Just like that, let me bring you guys up. You have this absolutely beautiful, here we go, electric blue finish. So that's what you're going to look for. Now, let me finish up all the rest of them and we'll get this shotgun put back together so we can test fire. Just like that, with a little bit of time, you can see you get some really, oh, there we go. You get some really, really fantastic accents. There's that there. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you get some really, really fantastic accent parts for your gun. And this is how they would have done it back when this shotgun was made. Oh, there you go. Almost 110 years ago. No, more than that. Almost 115 years ago, I guess. So, make sure you put these in some water displacing oil. I'm going to throw some boiled linseed on them. Because, again, I think that's probably what they would have used back then. Going to linseed them real quick. Leave them to cure. You can leave them overnight to cure. I'm going to go ahead and get the gun put back together. Actually, why not? Let's keep showing off. Get the gun put back together. And, see that one there. That just looks so good. Get the gun put back together, and we will take it next video for a test fire. If you made it this far, I got a question for you guys. Do y'all want to see how to fully disassemble and reassemble a Model 11? If so, let me know below. I can always do that for y'all off of this one here. But there you go. Remember, thanks to Old Arms of Idaho for sending this over. If you're looking for small parts, any of these parts here, bet you they have them. If they don't have it on the website, give them a call on one of the weekdays when they're open and have them go searching. They got all sorts of cool stuff. I'm thinking about getting some, like a Marvel peep site for a project I'm working on, but we will see when we get there. So anyways, I'll catch you guys on the test fire. Get ready, folks. It's got, gents, this thing is going to look stupendous. It's going to look so good. All right, bye.